Here is a situation that happens around the world in many teams on a daily basis. Someone comes in, has a grand plan for redesigning something. Could be the website, could be the blog, could be the branding, could be the product itself, could be anything else that the customer is ultimately seeing. Fast forward about 6 months, the end result is nothing. Nothing was redesigned, nothing really happened. What did happen was a lot of pixels were wasted, a lot of money was spent, a lot of presentations and slide decks and so on were given, but in the end, there was nothing to show for all that effort. So I've been a part of successful redesign efforts. I've also been a part of a whole lot of what I could call redesign disasters, where a redesign was started, but nothing ultimately came out of it at the end of the redesign process. So what I want to talk to you about is how can you ensure that if you are either initiating a redesign or joining a redesign project, what are some things you can do to ensure that the project is ultimately a success? So to pull off a successful redesign, there are 3 things I feel that you need to absolutely have. The first and most important thing is you need someone in charge of the actual redesign, like truly in charge. It seems kind of obvious, right? But you'd be amazed at how many redesign projects do not have a single person who gets to make the final go or no go call. And I'm going to call this person an empowered decision maker, EDM, if that's what you want to abbreviate it to, but empowered decision maker. And this has to be a single person. And this person should have the authority to not only get the final thumbs up, but they should also be able to quickly resolve any issues that crop up as well. Our redesign is not going to be a democratic process. This is not a design by committee arrangement. This empowered decision maker is likely going to be the CEO themselves in many smaller companies. In larger companies with like complex organizational trees, it is going to be someone with authority over all the various orgs that will be impacted by the redesign, the most common leader for all these various organizations. That's the first thing you need, someone with actually the ability to make the final call. Second, you need a design lead, the design expert in the room who works closely with this empowered decision maker to keep them in the loop. This is a person with good design sense, someone with good taste. This is a person who should be able to articulate a strong point of view of where the design should go, and this should be grounded in a deep understanding of the product or the brand being redesigned. So someone who's ideally an expert in the product and has a good, strong sense of how the design should evolve from the current state to where it ultimately needs to go. The third and last step you need, and this is going to make up the largest part of the team, is you need the implementers, the talented designers and engineers who are going to conceive, prototype, and actually deliver on the redesign. And this team will work very closely with the design point person, the design lead, to ensure there's a quick two-way communication and two-way transfer of information. What you really want to ensure is that at no point should the implementers be guessing whether their design is going the right direction. At no point should the design lead be unaware of what the implementers are working on. You want to make sure that everyone is very much in sync. Now, if we take a few steps back, what this arrangement, what the idea of having an empowered decision maker, a design lead, and the implementers, the idea of this arrangement is to ensure rapid decision making. The time it takes to actually pull off the redesign and go through the stages to figure out what to change, how to change it, and how to deliver it, that will and should take whatever time that normally takes. The idea isn't to rush the whole process of designing and developing something that is really compelling. The idea, though, is to minimize the communications lag and the data loss between the decision makers and those who are informing the decision. The idea is to minimize surprises and curveballs that so often derail things. If you have these 3 steps, these 3 groups of individuals, and the right setup in place, your design project has a greater chance of succeeding. I'm not going to say it's 100% slam dunk, but the odds of you succeeding are in your favor. So curious to hear your thoughts on your experiences having gone through successful or unsuccessful design projects. Feel free to share your thoughts on forum.group.com or in the comments below. See you all later.